they truly love these kids, and I do too. Like, it's hard to not be in here and not love being here. It's just a feeling of warmth and acceptance that I experienced as a kid, and I want to give that back to these kids, and that's why I chose Empowered. Hi, my name is Debbie. I coach at Empowered Volleyball Academy. So my first year, even as a freshman setter, was not easy. She also brought in another freshman setter, and so we had to battle for our position. And so right out of the gate was just competition. And I believe that I have a really good work ethic. I'm not the most gifted, talented athlete around, but I worked harder than anybody else in the gym, and that's what I believe got me to the successes that I had. My senior year was probably my most exciting year, just because one year senior, you're ready to start your life. I had just got engaged, but then unbeknownst to me, they decided to retire my jersey on my senior night. And it was actually, as you can imagine, really awesome. I had no idea. They told me I had to be interviewed somewhere else, so they took me during a practice to like the media area and did this big interview on me because I had broken 5,000 assists and broken the assist record at the school. So they were doing this interview, and I thought it was all normal, which wasn't. So they had practiced how they were going to unveil my jersey. So my senior night, everybody gets announced, they do our senior night, and then like everybody started walking towards me, and I was like, what is going on? So my coach brings me over, and out of the rafters, they bring down my jersey, and it was all rolled up, and I still didn't know what it was. And my coach untied one side, and I coached one side, and my jersey falls, and then they lifted it back up. And so my senior night, I played with my jersey in the rafters. From going from a ones team as a 14-year-old to a threes team as a 15-year-old, I mean, that was really hard, you know. Even though I didn't play as a 14-year-old, like I was on that team, I was part of those girls. And so then to drop 2 levels was, you know, a little shot to my ego. But that point I decided that it wasn't going to let me deter me from being the best that I could be. I had decided even at that young age that I loved it, and I was going to do whatever it took to be the best. So I challenge kids that if that happens to you, try to find a way to make it positive. Try to find a way to get in here and get more reps. I mean, the facility is open to our kids, so they can get in here and get more reps. Challenge it. Challenge yourself to not be on that team again next year, and prove that you deserve to be on a higher team. And everybody's talking about college and where are you going to go to school and what are you looking at. You know, it is a big time, but it's work. It's hard work and work ethic and dedication. And that's what a lot of coaches are looking at, is how are you playing on the floor? What are you doing on the floor? It's not always X's and O's and did you pass a dime? Did you set this? Did you get a kill? It's how you're moving, how you're interacting with your teammates. You know, those are the little things that college coaches are really looking for, that I think people miss out on. And so they can see that, even if you are on a twos team, they can see that you have those attributes and those qualities that they're looking for. Watching Will's team from last year, his 18s team last year, and he coached them since I believe they were 14, and just watching, so my experience was with his season, but watching his girls grow from 14s to 18s was a great accomplishment too. I think if anybody looked at those girls, some of those girls at 14, you thought, oh my goodness, they are not gonna make it. And now they're, you know, going on to play D1 or play in college, which is a great accomplishment for not only Will, but the club, to see those kids in 4 years, see how they developed, is just amazing. The thing that sets Empowered apart, in my opinion, and why I chose to become a part of Empowered and not somewhere else, is the family aspect of it all. I can't get over the way that everyone here embraces each other. As it comes down to Will and Ashley, they're my family, or the coaches here. I mean, I could call most of these coaches up and they would be there for me or my daughter at any moment. They truly love these kids, and I do too. Like, it's hard to not be in here and not love being here. It's just a feeling of warmth and acceptance that I experienced as a kid, and I want to give that back to these kids, and that's why I chose Empowered. We just want what's best for these kids, not only on this volleyball court, but in life. We talk all the time about we want to teach these girls something bigger than volleyball, and we can teach them that on the volleyball court, and hopefully it transfers over into life. One day they're not going to be playing volleyball anymore, and how are they going to deal with their coworker? And we teach them that every day in practice, how to deal with a teammate. And so sometimes you're not always going to like your teammate, or you're not going to always like your coworker, but how do you go to work every day, or how do you go to practice every day and be that good person? And so we want to teach these kids not only how to play volleyball and be successful, because that's what we do here, right? We play volleyball and we want to be successful, but we want to see them be successful in life. And I'm not sure a lot of clubs anywhere in the country feel that way. They want to be the biggest and the best, and they want to win all these national championships, which is really fun. But we also see that there's a bigger picture here, and it's about these kids.